Joining me now on Your Sport Swindon, Shrivenham manager Gareth Davies. Gareth, thanks for joining us. Last time we spoke, we were at a massive town at the District League Legends game, and you were very nervous because you were relying on a result in a game, elsewhere. And in the end, the result went your way, and you've been promoted. So first and foremost, you must be delighted.
Yeah, I think it's it's been hard work, but I'd say the players worked their socks off. And I think over the course of the time we've been here, I think our players have been good enough, and I think they deserve promotion. And I think, to be fair, with one eye on next year, I think those players deserve to be playing at a better level of football. And now we've done it, here's the chance.
Yeah. A similar question I just asked to your chairman. Could it have been a little bit easier? Could you have got it wrapped up a bit sooner?
Yeah, there was a game at Christmas against Woodstock that we should never have lost. I thought that might have come back and bit us in the bum. And then there was the 6-6 draw with Ardley.
What great game that was.
Yeah, I mean it was good to watch, but for us as management, not so good. I think, like I say, there's 2 or 3 results over the course of the season that, looking back now, we could have and should have done better. There's nothing worse than going into the last game of the season relying on someone else to do your job. But it is what it is. We've the job's done. We're now where we need to be, and hopefully now we do all right.
Yeah. So the work obviously starts now, and you're here tonight. The rest of the committee, you've got a management meeting. Presumably talking about your bumper transfer budget that you're going to get. So what works ahead, and presumably looking at retaining the majority of the squad and then improving it.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, we've already spoken to players. We're waiting to see what we get tonight. What the plans are, and then next week, hopefully by the end of next week, we will have a better idea of players and what we can and can't do. Say the players that were here last year, we want to retain them because I think, like I say, they're a great set of lads, and like I say, they want to play at the next level. I think they're good enough.
Do they deserve the chance as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Place.
I think, like I would say, to be fair, it would be silly of us not to retain, everybody, because like I say, they work their socks off to get where we are. But the flip side of that is we're in no doubt that the squad that we had last year will not be big enough for next year. So we will obviously need to bring a few new faces in. We'll be speaking to players next week. Hopefully we can get lads tied up sharpish, and then we'll go into pre-season knowing what we've got. I mean, like I say, it's a merry-go-round pre-season at this level. Lads are going here, there, and everywhere. There's rumours of someone going here, there. But like I say, we just want our lads to come in. We'll get them tied down, and that'll be it. Done.
How much at this point of the season are players looking to get an extra tenner here, an extra £20 there? Is it, as a manager, it must be quite difficult, or do you get some players that remain, kind of loyal to you?
I think, to be fair, the squad of players that we've had, over the last sort of 3-4 years, I mean, they've been with us a long time. Every club we've been to is the same players. I like to think that they know us inside and out, like we know them. They trust us, we trust them. And I like to think they'll come on a Saturday and they enjoy playing for Shrivenham. That for us is our ethos. We want them to come in and enjoy playing football. There's nothing worse than going to a club and not enjoying what you do. So we try and make it, an environment where players, enjoy it. And that for me is a massive thing. I think you get the best out of players when they're enjoying football.
Yeah,
and like I say, it's worked for us so far, and we certainly won't change the way we do things. So,
what needs to be improved on from last season? What are the not necessarily positions, because that would be unfair to ask you that, but just general areas. You know, what
I just think we just need to strengthen sort of in depth. I think because, like I say, the squad. You know, if we had 2 or 3 injuries, we were a little bit threadbare. You know, it was good that we could go into the reserves and take 2 or 3 of the young lads and give them a bit of experience. But you know, some of the big games we played, when you're looking at the bench to maybe bring someone on that can change a game, those inexperienced players, you know, well, there it is, they're not experienced enough to come on and change a game. And I just think we just need a little bit more depth of the squad. But obviously we'll deal with that accordingly.
Yeah. What do you make of the Premier Division setup for next season? Obviously Highworth have now gone up, you know, so you know they won't be in there.
I mean, to be fair, I looked at the league table, you know, the teams that are in it. I think it's pretty open. I think it could be, if you get a good run together, I think you'll be up there. But like I say, you know, for us as a club, I say we'll discuss our targets tonight. You know, I think we have to be realistic of where we want to finish. You know, I certainly don't think we'll get carried away, and you know, we need to be realistic about what we can do and what we can't do. But yeah, I think it's going to be an open league, and I'd say the teams that are in it, I think it could be anybody's.
Yeah.
It really could.
I mean, ultimately the focus has to be on staying in division,
Definitely.
but that's sometimes I suppose it can become a negative thought, as, you know, rather than actually trying to achieve something a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, for us, we just need to get in, you know, and get a season under our belt. Really, I think it's the club's first season back in the Premier Division for a few years. I think we just need to get in, settle in. You know, even if we have a year there, and you know, and see how it goes, and gain. I mean, for us as management as well, it'll be our first year in that level of football. So I think it'll be a good test for us to see how we deal with things. But I say more so it's about getting a bit of stability at this club and keeping them at a good level of football, which I think the club deserves.
And you know, Matt, the chairman here as well, he's very ambitious and got big plans as well in the future.
Yeah, no pressure.
I'm going to say, does it bring a bit of pressure?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's been brilliant with us. You know, when we got the job, you know, he's backed us to the hilt. He's been brilliant with us and the players. You know, he wants to take the club forward, and you know, we want to get on board with that. As management, we you know, we're not happy. You know, finishing mid-table. You know, like last year, we didn't want to finish mid-table. You know, we want to achieve things as management, and we want our players to achieve things. I think, like I say, when you've got the chairman that's on the same track as you, goes a long way. Yeah.
And there'll obviously be a few derbies for you next year as well. Your old club Fairfield, and I mean, in the end they did really well to stay up because they had a real struggle at the start. And then Bassett, who actually started quite well, had a struggle towards the end. Yeah. So I mean, there'll be good matches for crowds wise.
Yeah, I think so. I'd say for this level of football, it's about making money, isn't it? Yeah. You know, you have to good gates. It's all money towards the club, I'm afraid. But yeah, I think they'll be interesting. Like I say, all the players, it's the same pool of players in the town, so everybody knows everybody, and I think they'll be games to look forward to. And
with Highworth and Supermarine, both gaining promotion as well, kind of local football in this area is thriving at the moment. So it's great, whichever club you're at. Yeah, it's great to see. Isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah, like I say, it is good for. And I'd say that for the players as well, it shows that it can be done, and you can. Clubs do want to achieve things at non-league level. I think I'd say with Spud at Supermarine, I think he's done a great job there.
Yeah, in difficult circumstances.
As well. Yeah. I'd say it's never nice to see managers get let go, but I'd say. For Lee to do what he's done in the time he's been there, I think that's fantastic fun.
That's great. Well, delighted to join you, and today, and congratulations with the result you got last season, and have a holiday or something now, and we'll look forward to seeing you in August, and hopefully another successful season.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks for joining us, Gareth.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.